Hey, what is up everybody? Scott here, and in this video what I want to actually talk about is that I want to show you how you can get out of debt using your credit cards, okay? So if you actually can manage your finance correctly and you can be disciplined about it, you can actually use your credit cards to get out of debt faster, okay? So it will all depend how you manage your finance and how disciplined and committed you are into actually being debt free, okay? So before we start this video, let's start off with the quote of the day by Dave Ramsey, okay? It is said, "You must gain control over your money or the lack of it will forever control you," okay? That is a quote from Dave Ramsey. If you can't manage to control your money, guess what? You are just going to be a slave of it, okay? Why? Because if you don't manage your finance, if you don't manage yourself or whatever in this finance world and whatever, you will be doing things that you don't like to do because you need to pay off debts, because you need to pay off credit cards, personal loans, car loans, etc. Okay, so the sooner that you can actually have control of your money, the sooner that you can actually be free financially, okay? Just think about it for a minute. Think about all the things that you have done in your life because of the lack of money, okay? Just think about the jobs that you have worked at that you don't like or that you hate or whatever, the bosses that you hate. Think about all the things that you have done in order to actually begin paying off debts, or because you are poor financially, right? I mean, it happened to me, okay? And I understand if it's happening to you, but it's not what's happening, but what are you going to actually do to prevent it, okay? So that's why I actually want to do this video, so you can actually leverage your credit card to pay off a debt, okay? And I will show you why. This is going to be a little controversial video, but believe me that if you can actually do it, you will get out of debt fast, okay? So with that being said, if this is your first time watching my channel, hi, I am Scott. I talk about, in this channel, what I do is I talk about personal finance. I talk about mindset. I give people the tools in order to build an online business, okay? So if you haven't subscribed yet, guess what? Please subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so you don't miss no more awesome videos. I post mostly three times a week, Mondays, Wednesday, and Fridays, okay? And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, please smash that like button so you can help me reach more people, because to be honest, it helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. I know that you have been seeing me saying this a lot of time and other YouTubers and whatever, but it because it helps us, okay? So that's your way to pay us, right? Because obviously you're on YouTube, this is all free and whatever, but for you to pay us, just like this video if you actually liked it and whatever, okay? So also, I wanted to tell you that if you want to know my #1 recommendation to how to build an online business, just check the description box below. It will have all the details into how to build an online business. I will take you step by step into what it is that you need to do in order to build a business, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about debt, and let's talk about how you can use your credit cards to actually get out of debt, okay? You know that debt is something that you actually ask a bank, a friend, or whatever to lend you money so you can actually pay them off little by little. But in most cases, well, not in most cases, at least in all the scenarios, you will always be paying money in interest if you don't pay off the full balance by the end of the month, right? Probably you are aware of this, and probably you can get a loan for, let's say, $10,000, and depending on the percentage that you get on interest, those $10,000 at the end of the loan, you will be paying, let's say, like $4,000, $5,000 in interest, right? Depending on your percentage of your interest and depending on how many years you actually took the loan for, okay? So obviously if you take a loan for 1 year, 2 years, obviously you will pay more, but you will actually pay less in interest. But if you take it for 5 years or 6 years, yes, your monthly payments will be less, but in interest, you will be charged more because you will be paying way more interest, obviously, throughout the long run, okay? So how can you actually use a credit card to pay off your debt faster, okay? Before we even jump into this video, I just want to give a disclaimer. I am not a financial guru. I am not a credit card guru or anything like that, okay? I just find the information. I just implement it first in my life and I see if it works. If it works, then guess what? I continue to pass on the knowledge, okay? Because I will never give you anything that does not work, okay? So with that being said, just seek out your financial advisor, whatever, okay? Or begin researching and getting into more information into how you can do all of these things, okay? Because if this is new to you, probably you will be a little bit skeptical, okay? Because I was skeptical as well. But getting that out of the way, so let's jump into the video. Credit cards. Obviously, a lot of people hate credit cards. People say don't get into credit cards and whatever. I don't even know why people don't get into credit cards, because of the amazing rewards that they have. But whatever, I'm not here to discuss that. You know that there are some credit cards that when you first open a credit card, it can give you 0% interest rate, right? Usually it's 12 months, 14 months, up to 3 years, okay? So if you have an offer, let's say that your credit score is good and that you can actually apply for an offer that has 0% interest rate, then guess what? You can take that and actually be disciplined and begin paying off that debt. Let's say that is probably an emergency that you have, etc., and you have this card, then yes, do it, but pay it off before that year or 12 months, the 13 months, 16 months or whatever expires, so you can actually pay off that full debt and don't pay off interest, okay? There are some credit card companies that will offer you that when you first open it for the first time, obviously, it will offer you 0% on anything that you buy or 0% on balance transfers, okay? So this is how you are going to actually pay off your debt quicker. Why? Because let's say that you have a monthly spending. Let's say that you have a credit card and your minimum payments is of $60, right? That's your minimum payment, and your interest is at 14.99, right? So if you only do your minimum payments of $60, guess what? By the end of the month, when that interest hits, it can hit from $30, $40, $50 or whatever, depending on the balance that you have and depending on the credit card company and all that stuff, okay? But for this example, let's say it's $40. So you did the minimum payment of $60. But when that interest hits those $40, guess how much money you actually paid on that card? Exactly, you only paid $20 to that card. So for you to actually balance out, you need to pay the $60 and the $40 of interest, okay? So that's a total of $100 just to meet minimum requirements for the $60, okay? But if you want to pay above that, so instead of paying $100, you will need to pay $150, so you can take out the interest, the 60 minimum payment of your credit card, and 50 plus extra, obviously to lower the balance even further, okay? Because the more that you can lower your balance, the less interest that you will be charged by the end of the month, okay? So if you want to make additional payments, guess what? You will need to see how much you are being charged on interest. And after that, you will need to make the minimum payment, right? The minimum monthly payment plus the interest that you will be charged. And if you want to obviously pay that debt faster, you need to put money on top of that as well, okay? So that's why if you can find a credit card that will actually have a 0% balance, a zero interest balance transfer, get one of those credit cards, okay? Because at the end of the day, instead of wasting those $150 and 40 of those are going into interest, you can actually get those $150 and put it towards the principal, okay? Why? Because you are not being charged interest, okay? Yes, for when you, okay, what's the catch? Probably you're saying like, hey, Gio Scott, like, but what's the catch? Because nobody will give interest like that, etc. Right? Normally, when you do a balance transfer, depending on how much money that you are transferring, etc., you will be charged a 3% to 5% charge. Okay, so if you're transferring obviously $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, they will actually charge you a 3 to 5% into that transfer. Okay, yes, you are paying a little bit more, but you in the money that you will be saving in interest, believe me that if you manage to be disciplined and stay focused on that credit card, you can actually lower your debt faster. Okay, so if you want to know a quick way how to actually get out of debt fast, just watch this video up here. Well, it will give you two methods into how you can lower your debt faster. Okay, and when you actually do the balance transfer, etc., just follow the steps up here in that video that I just mentioned, so you can get out of debt, look, real fast. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a short video because it is a pretty simple concept that I just wanted to get out there so more people are aware of this, okay? And that is if you have at least a good credit score and that you can apply for new credit cards for 0% on balance transfer, etc. Why? Because at the end of the day, you are not being charged interest, okay? So it makes total sense to do it. So probably you're saying, but hey, Gio Scott, what if I don't have a good credit score, or what if I don't have this, etc.? Okay, perfect. If you don't have a good credit score, then begin building up your credit score. Okay. Obviously, up here as well, there are 6 credit factors for you to take into consideration and know why is it that your credit score is the way it is. So when you understand that concept, then you can actually begin attacking your debts in a more smart way to get your credit score up, and then begin taking advantage of the credit card on balance transfer so you don't actually pay more in interest, so you can get out of debt much faster. Okay, because if you take, let's say, that minimum payment, you know, if you take those interest, like those $40, and you multiply that in a year, it adds up like real fast. I think it's like $480, I think it is, or yeah, I think it's 480, something like that. Okay, well, let me use my calculator just in case, you know. I don't like saying stuff that doesn't even make sense. Okay, so 12 times 40, yeah, $480. Okay, I don't even know why I doubt my math, you know, but whatever. But like I said, if you can take advantage of that, guess what? You will get out of debt faster, and then you won't be a slave to money, and eventually you will actually be more free. Okay, so with that being said, I really hope that you can actually begin taking control of your finances. Watch my other videos, okay? Watch my other videos and see all the things that I have put out when it comes to financial advice. It will help you out a lot, especially if you don't know nothing in the finance world, etc. It will help you out a lot. I make simple videos so everyone can actually understand, okay? Please comment down below and tell me what are your thoughts. Tell me what do you think about this method, if you agree with me or not, and why not, etc. Okay, and if you are actually going to begin using it in your own personal life. Okay, and remember that if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more awesome videos. Okay, and remember to smash that like button so you can help me reach more people and you can help me with the YouTube algorithm. Okay, and like I said, if you want to know how to build an online business step by step, just check the description box below. It will have all the details that you need. Okay, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on our next video. Take care.